Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out another Orbit Culture track called Carving. So I think they've got an album coming out. I actually don't know the details of that, sorry. I haven't really looked it up. But, you know, about a month or so ago, I reacted to another track that they dropped called Flight of the Fireflies. And that was actually my first introduction to this band. I never heard an Orbit Culture track before that. And I was absolutely blown away. You know, the Gojira-esqueness of it really appealed to me, but they kind of had their own sort of sound as well, and I really enjoyed it. So I don't know if this is going to be a continuation of that sound or it's going to be different. Don't really know what to expect of these guys, but I love them. Oh, that's chunky. It's got a video game vibe about it, like Doom. I reckon that's just guitar as a send up to that. It sounds like there's something under it. Oh. His vocals sound lower than last time. Oh. This is different, I love this. It's like more sludgy than the last track, not as fast. I love that little He's picking hard on that string. Look at he's picking there. He's picking super hard. Do you reckon we get a guitar solo on this one as well? I hope so. No, I love this. Oh. I can feel it building. Oh shit, he sounds like James Hetfield. God, I want to hear these guys do a Metallica cover. They have already done it, I don't know. Okay, shit, we're getting a breakdown or a solo. Slam down. Still feel a solo coming on, I can feel it. Hey, I like that lead part underneath that. You just head back into the bushes like. Okay, no guitar solo, no breakdown. I really thought we were getting a solo in there, but you know, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, first things first. This was completely different to Flight of the Fireflies. Flight of the Fireflies was kind of like a, you know, straight up sort of more like a thrashy metal track to me. This was kind of sludgy and slow. You know, it was kind of like a slow sort of like dun 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 dun. You know, this is kind of more, you know, not necessarily pit music, like circle pit music, like Flight of the Fireflies. It was more like I don't know. I just picture people just stomping their feet and two-stepping to this. You know, it had more of kind of like a hardcore sort of thrash vibe about it. You know, and there's the obvious little bits there that I've noticed from the previous track. You know, the Gojira influence in there is quite strong, especially on the drums. Those bell hits, that's a very, you know, Gojira-esque thing there where kind of you hear those really tight bell hits on the drums, on the cymbals, and I love that. I mean, there's nothing more metal than the sound of, you know, metal cymbal being hit. I just love the sound of it. It's done so well. The guitar sounded lower to me. I don't know if it's the same tuning as the other song that was just kind of playing higher up in the fretboard or something like that, but the song sounded like they were tuned lower on that introduction guitar riff there. I don't know if there was a synthesizer or something like that, or they layered the bass or whatever they did or whatnot, but it sounded lower and kind of more fuller. It's kind of like, I don't know, they underlaid it with something like a synthesizer or whatever. Maybe they didn't. But it kind of had a sort of video game vibe about it. And this, I feel like I've been saying this in my last few reactions to some of the other songs I've heard. I can kind of hear like the Doom sort of vibe about it in some metal songs these days. It's kind of hard to explain. You know, the Doom game soundtrack is pretty damn iconic. Mick Gordon, you know, is obviously the genius behind that. But yeah, I feel like I'm hearing it in a lot of songs these days, and I haven't even played Doom lately, so it can't be that. But I definitely feel like I'm hearing more like dark influences and metal and sludginess and kind of chunky full riffs. And I love it. Honestly, I love to see it. You know, I feel like the Doom soundtrack's perfect. And I just listen to it by itself, not even playing the game. It's just on Spotify. But this track here, I absolutely loved it. That part toward the end there, like that little bridge part or whatever it was, I don't know if it was a bridge or whatnot, where he sounded like James Hetfield. And it's funny, I've seen comparisons to them to Metallica. I didn't really hear it in Flight of the Fireflies, but I can see why people have mentioned James Hetfield before. He sounded just like him. Like, I would love to hear these guys do a Metallica cover. And who knows, maybe they have done a Metallica cover. I haven't really gone and checked out much of Orbit Culture's stuff, admittedly, as much as I want to. I like to sit down and absorb things properly. I don't like to just kind of skim through things and rush things. When I find a really good band, I like to dedicate some time to actually listening and digesting their stuff. Haven't had the chance to do that with Orbit Culture yet. I've been preoccupied with, you know, a lot of other new music that's come out this year. There's just been so much. But this track right here, I absolutely loved it. It sounds like they've got a little bit of variety in their sound. And I can hear those little trademarks that I've come to know from Flight of the Fireflies. But this track right here is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. You know, if anything, I actually maybe enjoyed this a little bit more than Flight of the Fireflies, and I thought that was an awesome track. I really, really enjoyed that. I was actually blown away when I heard that track. But to me, I don't know, there's something about this that just kind of appeals to me on some primal level that I really, really enjoy. So if they've got an album coming out, I really should look that up. But if they do, I'm really looking forward to it. Like most bands, they probably have an album coming out in September if they do, or October. A lot of the good albums are dropping in September, so I'm really excited for the coming month, and we're almost there, so not too long now. But yeah, we're gonna end this video here. But you know, thank you to everyone who welcomed me on the my first Orbit Culture reaction video and recommended stuff to listen to. And someone actually told me that they had dropped this track in the comments on the, another video. So I appreciate that. And as always, thank you for your time.